Jedna z najdôležitejších historických udalostí bolo stroskotanie svätého Pavla so svätým Lukášom v roku 60 nášho letopočtu. Ako náboženskí rebeli boli prevážaní do Ríma k Cézarovi. Po stroskotaní lode bývali celú zimu v jaskyni u Mdyni a svätý Pavol tu šíril slovo Božie a liečil chorých.
Když jsme se zachránili, tehdy jsme se dozvěděli, že se ostrov jmenuje Malta. Domorodci se k nám chovali neobyčejně přívětivě. Rozdělali nám oheň a vzali nás všechny mezi sebe, když začalo pršet a bylo chladno. Když Pavel nazbíral hodně chrastí a kladl ho na oheň, vylezla zmije, která utíkala před horkem a zachytla se mu o ruku. Když domorodci viděli, že mu to zvířátko visí na ruce, hovořili mezi sebou. Tento člověk je jistě vrah, když mu trestající spravedlnost nedopřeje života, i když se právě zachránil z moře. Ale on se třásl to zvířátko do ohně a nic zlého se mu nestalo. Oni očekávali, že opuchne a nebo naráz padne mrtvý. Když však dlouho čekali a viděli, že se mu nic zlého nestalo, změnili svou mínku o něm a hovořili, že je Bohem. Náčelník ostrova jménem Publius měl nedaleko majetek a vzal nás k sobě a 3 dny nás přátelsky hostil. Otec toho Publia právě ležel v horečce. Pavel přišel k němu, pomodlil se a položil na něho své ruce. I uzdravil ho. Jak se to stalo, přicházeli i ostatní, kteří byli na ostrově nemocní, a on jich uzdravoval. Oni si nás proto velmi ctili a při našem odchodě nám dali vše potřebné.
Due to sanitary symbols, it could be probably because the serpent and all the reptiles on the island are not poisonous. Why? Because Saint Paul, when he arrived in Malta and he was shipwrecked near the sea, and it was February, the people gathered some wood and some weeds and started the fire. And when the reptile felt the fire, it came out of the fire and bit him. And
Saint Paul?
Yes. And the people said, you see, who is wrong still won't survive. He survived the sea tempest, he made it to the land, but the Lord is not letting him to go to Rome. He will be swollen in a minute because of the poison. And after some time, he didn't get swollen. He just got rid of the reptile. The reptile ran, and since then, all the poison from the reptiles. If it's a legend, if it's not, but if you are bitten from a serpent or a reptile here on the island, you won't die. Mm-hmm. And that could be the symbol, probably. I don't know exactly, but probably it could be the sign of the reptile. Actually, it goes upwards. The one that bit, a symbol to Saint Paul. Mm-hmm. And Saint Paul survived also being bitten by this reptile. And the reptiles on the island are not dangerous. You could be cured for the bite, but you won't die. And giving me a note. I think the coming of Saint Paul, it was a very important history for the Maltese Islands.
And for Europe, I think.
That was the first step. Malta was the first step for Europe.
Because he changed that.
He changed to Christianity. And that's why the island, although again you find all sorts, but I assure you, recently there was a record, and they found that 90% of the Maltese still attend church every Sunday. Very good. Still, of those 90%, you find bad people like I am. But still, I mean, you will know that Sunday you should give some time to your Creator. that's one of the important things. And I say that not being religious, but even if you are an atheist, and this atheist will live on Malta, he will notice that through religion, the people are still united. Actually, if you try to disturb our culture, especially where church is included, like when I mentioned the village festa, the people will come against you, definitely. Because it is their culture, it is their heart. Sorry sometimes that you can hear people saying some rude words even about the church, but I assure you that it will be only for a little while. Because in your mind, or at the back of your mind, you will know that it is your religion.
Of a very, very high percentage Catholic Christians as a religion, and divorce is not allowed in Malta. In fact, we almost youngsters, we get married, and that's how we live in families, married families. We live with our parents until we get married, then we start a new family. Now it's like that in Malta.
In your buses, live in a religion, or they are modern and look for money and business, and how?
No, it depends. It depends. For example, I am very religious. I go to church every Sunday. I receive the sacraments, and I am Catholic, and I'm proud to be Catholic, and I take part in these ceremonies and functions of the church, of the Catholic Church. There are many other youngsters and many other teenagers who are also active, but it depends. There are some of them, who choose to follow, and some of them who choose not to follow. But I think that's not in Malta. It's like everywhere else is like that, But as a country, I think we are very, very religious, and religion in Malta is also part of our history and part of our culture as well. Because even in the Bible, Saint Paul shipwrecked in Malta, so it's our name, of the name of our island is also mentioned in the Bible, the most famous book in the world.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Being a Maltese, we were very clever that every nationality that came, we accepted him. Why? To learn his culture, to learn how he works, to learn how he lives. And that's why the Maltese people, they have, I can say, a feast of the way of living, because we have a little of the French, a little of the Italian, a little of Arabs, and everywhere. And then, being a very long period under the Knights, which they stayed here for 268 years, that's a long time. And then, under the British, for 60 years. So they made an impact on the island. And so, through the Knights, our religion boosted more. It was St. Paul that brought Christianity to Malta, but since St. Paul to the Knights, long time passed. So it was also the encouragement of the Knights of the Order of St. John that helped the Maltese people to really believe. Of the village, next to it there is always a cemetery. And during the nights, this served as a cemetery. for the people that helped in the cathedral, for famous people up to the first grade overnight. They were built here to be in the grounds of the cathedral. Okay. Used to carry the hand a piece of a bone of Saint John the Baptist. And this being the last place, they left it here. Yes, but this the hand which is golden, yes, a relic with the bone of Saint John. It only shows in certain occasions, like on the feast of Saint John, which is on the 24th of June, and then it will be shown to the people.
Dokonca aj rímsky guvernér Publius sa stal kresťanom a prvým biskupom na Malte. Neskôr bol umučený a vyhlásený za svätca.
The original had been taken to the Fine Arts Museum in Valletta. Original donated by Grandmaster Nick.
Cez mnohé zmeny v čítane muslimskej nadvlády zostala Malta dodnes kresťanská. Najväčšiu zásluhu na to majú práve rytieri rádu svätého Jána.